force statistics released for the Thunder Bay Police Service. Just how many incidents were reported last year?
Another case of counterfeit money in the Rainy River District. We have a report from Randy Toms.
A break-in leads to an arrest in Kenora. The details on that. Flurries and cold wind chills in your forecast, and the quiet night in the AHL. Northwest of 5 starts now.
And now, from the corner of Lake Superior in Thunder Bay to Lake of the Woods in Kenora and everywhere in between, this is Northwest at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Thunder Bay City Police have released their use of force statistics for 2022.
Sergeant Reno Belcamino says the number of incidents last year was up.
We had approximately 186 use of force submissions. That's up slightly from 2021, which we had 107.
It is the provincial law that any use of force by city police needs to be reported.
A COVID-19 outbreak at the La Vérendrye Hospital in Fort Frances has been declared over.
The outbreak first occurred 2 weeks ago in the hospital's first floor inpatient unit.
Riverside Healthcare says safety procedures and infection control measures are still in place, but patients are now allowed to have up to 2 visitors at any one time.
Nobody was injured after a plane took over, making an emergency landing on Lake Superior ice.
Provincial police said emergency services responded to the incident around 5 p.m. yesterday on Black Bay near the Dorion Landing.
Police said a small passenger plane that had taken off from Thunder Bay had mechanical issues leading to an emergency landing on the frozen Black Bay.
Upon landing, the plane wheels struck an ice ridge, causing the aircraft to tip over on its roof. Provincial police said the lone pilot, a 25-year-old from Thunder Bay, was not injured.
The incident is not suspicious in nature, police said, and the OPP will continue to communicate with Transport Canada.
In a statement, the Transportation Safety Board of Canada said investigators will not be sent to the scene, and that situation will continue to be monitored.
Another case of counterfeit money has been found in the Rainy River District. Here is Acadia Broadcasting's Randy Toms of station 93.1 The Border in Fort Frances with more.
The case of fake money is identified in the weekly list of occurrences responded to by the OPP last week. No other details are provided. Police were called upon 225 times last week. It includes 7 domestic dispute cases, 5 thefts, and 3 animal complaints. OPP also laid 22 charges under the Criminal Code and 42 others under the Highway Traffic Act.
A 39-year-old Red Lake man remains behind bars on drug and firearm charges following an investigation into drug trafficking in that community.
Through the course of the investigation, a search warrant was executed at a Red Lake home on February 17th.
In that home, the officers located an undisclosed amount of methamphetamine, ammunition, and discovered evidence of drug trafficking.
The accused faces 1 count of possession of a Schedule I substance, 1 count of failing to comply with probation order, and 2 counts of possession of firearm or ammunition.
They were held for a bail hearing and were further remained into custody.
Well, it's time for a first look at the forecast, and Ginger, we've been experiencing some brutal wind chills recently. Yes, we have, and that poses a risk of frostbite for anyone looking to get outside into this frigid weather. Flurries will be making their return to the area overnight tonight and into Thursday, with about 2 to 4 centimeters expected before the flurries taper off later tomorrow evening. And we have several chances for flurries throughout the outlook, so I'll tell you more about that and your 7-day forecast in a little bit. Thanks, Ginger. The provincial government says it wants to help First Nations affected by house fires.
In the past month, a 10-year-old lost her life in Weenusk's First Nation in the far north, and a blaze destroyed a 6-unit apartment complex on the Shoal Lake No. 40 First Nation.
Indigenous Affairs Minister Greg Rickford says they are working with the federal government to ensure firefighting capabilities on First Nations.
To take a look at options that the province can do, Mr. Speaker, to support efforts by the federal government to ensure that fire safety and the equipment necessary to enforce that or to bring that to a community, Mr. Speaker, is put in place. It's time.
In the cases of Shoal Lake No. 40 and Weenusk, fire trucks were unavailable to fight the fires because they were waiting to be repaired or not in the community.
Still ahead, for those who are wondering when you can travel between Thunder Bay and Calgary again, you're in luck. We have the details.
Plus, the proposal of expanded private healthcare clinics in Ontario is getting some opposition.
And more than 200 charges for human trafficking against 28 people. We'll be right back.
At Halfway Motors Nissan, we've got a parking lot full of used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Every make and model priced to fit every budget. Actual physical vehicles that you can see, touch, feel, and test drive. Used car clearance at Halfway Motors Nissan. We're sitting on our largest used vehicle inventory in years, and the boss man says they need to go. He's tossing in a $500 credit toward a new set of winter tires with every used vehicle. Discount financing as low as 4.99%. Have you seen the rates banks are charging now? At Halfway Motors Nissan, every single used car, truck, and SUV comes fully reconditioned, professionally detailed, and with an extra $500 worth of winter tires. Worried about your credit? Don't worry, be happy. Good credit, bad credit, it just doesn't matter. We got you, bro. Used car clearance at Halfway Motors Nissan, 940 Memorial in Thunder Bay. HalfwayMotorsNissan.ca. If you're not at Halfway Motors Nissan right now, oh wow, you should be.
Buying a new vehicle isn't a one-time transaction between strangers. It's a long-term relationship that starts with a dealership you trust. That trust begins in the showroom and continues in the service department, where they'll take care of all your maintenance needs for years to come. Make sure your relationship is with a dealer you trust. A dealership committed to your complete satisfaction. Sunset Country Ford. Best deals, superior after-sales service. Online at sunsetcountryford.com.
Welcome back. WestJet has confirmed one significant service change for the Thunder Bay market, but isn't commenting, for now, on whether it's also planning another change.
The airline will relaunch direct flights between the city and Calgary on June 29th using Boeing 737 jets.
According to a spokesperson, the last time WestJet offered non-stop service between the two cities was 7 years ago in 2016.
The company has told TB Newswatch the decision to restore the route is part of its new strategic direction. Sorry about that, folks.
Oh, Ben, sometimes I question you. Anyways, flights between Thunder Bay and Calgary will be offered up to 3 times weekly during peak season with departures on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays.
Meantime, passengers who are asking questions about WestJet's plans for its route between Thunder Bay and Toronto will have to wait a little longer for answers.
The company that owns the 6,000-acre Dixie mine south of Red Lake, Kinross Gold, says they expect the mine to be a world-class asset once operations get underway.
In a release, Kinross Gold leadership explained metallurgy testing took place in 2022, which indicates a high gold recovery of 95%, and testing will continue in 2023 to confirm the data.
The Kinross Gold Corporation paid $1.8 billion to acquire Great Bear Resources and its Dixie project just south of Red Lake in 2021.
It's known as one of the largest new gold discoveries across the country, and as of last year, roughly 80% of the area is unexplored.
As well as further testing, Kinross plans to continue and drill and explore the area in 2023 to identify new targets in collaboration with Lac Seul and Wabauskang First Nations.
An economic assessment is expected by 2024.
The Kenora OPP have arrested a 47-year-old man following a break-in reported in the central area.
Police say the break-in took place early yesterday morning, just before 1:30 in the 9th Avenue South area. Oh my God.
I'm not going to say a word. Anyways, the OPP's K-9 unit and the OPP's emergency response team were called in, and a search of the building was carried out. One person has been located inside.
Charges of break-in-enter and possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose have been laid. He was held for a bail hearing.
And before we send it over to Ginger, I just want to apologize about Talking Ben here. He has been struggling to read proper words throughout this newscast.
Yes, I wonder sometimes how they even managed to get me back on the air.
Save it for after the newscast, Ben. Anyways, over to you, Ginger. Thanks, guys. I've also been questioning Ben's ability to speak proper English, and I'm beginning to see why. Anyways, before this gets too out of control, let's take a look at the forecast for the area. Well, the clouds are on their way tonight, and they'll be dropping flurries overnight, low of -20. Wind chill, though, will make it feel like -30. Flurries will be sticking around tomorrow with 2 to 4 centimeters expected. Not much temperature change, with a high of -18. The flurries will diminish early tomorrow evening, but we still have a small chance of lingering flurries. Low of -26, with that wind chill making it feel more like -30 overnight. As we take a look at the 7-day outlook, next week we finally return to average temperatures, but we still have a good chance for more snow on Monday. Ironically, Monday is going to be the warmest day of the outlook. So prepare yourselves, those average temperatures are on their way back. I'll have sports in a bit. Thanks, Ginger. And off camera, we were talking about Ben's ability to speak proper English, and it got a little feisty. Before we had to break, take a look at what happened.
So, you want to question me about my ability to speak proper English, huh? Coming from somebody who's been a thorn in my side for nearly 10 years.
Well, there was that one time where you accidentally spilled the beans about your relationship with God and that you hated him so much, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that happened. We'll sort this out during the commercial break. Stay with us.
The Thunder Bay Source, your source for news, plus all that's coming in the week ahead. This week, the feds give $2.1 million for education to 3 institutions. A new documentary does a deep dive into Thunder Bay's issues. And Westgate captures its 3rd straight Senior Girls Volleyball Championship. Plus, Family Day activities were popular at the waterfront. The Thunder Bay Source. Turn to it every week.
Cozy is calling at McDonald's. Enjoy a medium McCafe premium roast hot or iced coffee for $1 plus tax. Brewed for a rich, smooth, and delicious taste. Get yours only for a limited time. At participating McDonald's restaurants in Canada, prices exclude delivery.
Welcome back. A mining company says it'll be doing some exploration work in the Pickle Lake area.
Arden Limited says it plans to drill 24 holes in their Pickle Lake Gold project.
The drilling work will be in the Dorothy Prospect just west of the community. In all, the company says it will be drilling 3,200 meters over a length of 2.5 kilometers.
The drilling work will take place near Barracks Golden Patricia sites.
There's some strong opposition to the proposed legislation that would allow for an expansion of private healthcare clinics in Ontario.
NDP leader Merritt Stiles believes the Ford government is pushing towards a 2-tier system.
He's trying to justify selling off our cherished public health care when he should be investing to fix the staffing crisis in the public system.
Stiles says she's also concerned with the lack of oversight and how the clinics will be subsidized by the Ministry of Health.
A province-wide crackdown on human trafficking has resulted in more than 230 charges against 28 people.
It's the work of the intelligence-led Joint Forces strategy, which involves 21 police agencies.
Treaty Free Police Inspector Tricia Rupert says they were able to assist 61 victims since forming in December of 2021.
Often individuals who come from extremely vulnerable populations, such as migrant workers, Indigenous women and girls, at-risk youth, and those who may be socially or economically disadvantaged, are at the highest risk of being exploited.
Rupert notes about 50% of trafficked women and girls in Canada are Indigenous. Kamloops, British Columbia. Manitoba's Jennifer Jones is now 6-1 after being wildcard Toon Team this afternoon, 7-6. Thunder Bay's Krista McCarville at her Northern Ontario rink now take on the Yukon with that game in progress. Just 3 games on the NHL schedule tonight with the Winnipeg Jets on the road to visit the New York Islanders. Winnipeg sits 1 point behind Dallas in the Central Division. Elsewhere, the Dallas Stars are at home to face the Chicago Blackhawks, and the Calgary Flames take on the Arizona Coyotes. And that is your sports report. Now back to you. Thanks, Ginger. Of course, you can stay up to date with all your sports news by going to our sports section at talkingnews.ca.
And that is going to do it for us here on Northwest at 5. Have yourself a good evening. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Good night, everybody.